Another cooking video, uncut, unedited, whatever, right? So I really liked how the tasubal, the barbecue pork bread sandwich thing turned out. So I'm going to be doing the same exact thing with one of my favorite foods that I ever had in Taiwan when I visited, black pepper buns, right? So I'm going to be making a makeshift black pepper bun using sandwich bread. Let's see how long it takes. It should be less than 10 minutes, hopefully. Wish me luck. Okay, so first I'm going to be heating up the wok or the pan or whatever you call it. I don't know. Turn on. Okay, there we go. Oh, there. Smells like poop. Some peanut oil. You know where this peanut oil came from? It's the top of the peanut butter, right? I don't want to waste it. It's just peanut oil. Anyways, me being cheap aside. So, I'll be working with some green onion. I know that there's a lot of green onion, right? So we're gonna wash this first. And then cut it. You should probably get on this side because this side has a better shot. And this is much faster without me like adjusting all the cameras. So it should be even faster for you when you do it. And now talking about like green pepper buns in Taiwan, like if you've never been to Taiwan, it's so pretty and so nice. The people are nice, the environment is nice, and green onion is obviously just delicious. But yeah, so this is one of my favorite foods. A lot of people talk about their luofan and their I guess their shilling bao, right? The soup dumplings. Like it's okay, but I honestly think like that's overhyped compared to these black pepper buns that are usually at like night markets. And like that was so good. They use a bunch of green onion and a bunch of black pepper, white pepper, and stuff like that. So then I'm just gonna be, let's see. So I'm done cutting the green onion. So let's see how the wok is. Let's see if it's hot enough. So you know it's hot enough when the oil that you put in it, it moves really fast, right? So if it moves like water, then you're basically done. So put that on lower heat. Wipe off all the excess. Oh yeah, that's definitely done. Okay. So this is kind of a hack so that you don't have to use like you know the I don't know what's called, the aerosol can, the oil sprays. Instead of using that, just use regular oil and just wipe off all the excess, right? It's the same thing. You're just reducing the amount of calories by only using the amount of oil necessary. Anyways, now we kind of make these fragrant. This is all like me. I don't know if this recipe even works. Lol. I'm just guessing based off of like the ingredients that I saw in it while I was eating. And I saw a bunch of green onion, and I saw some type of ground pork. And obviously there has to be black pepper in it, right? So, speaking about meat, I don't know what this meat is. It definitely doesn't look like beef, and it doesn't really look like pork either. We'll just say it's pork. It might be chicken or turkey. I don't think it's chicken though. But okay. So while the green onions are being, what is it called? While we're cooking off the green onions, let's marinate this. So this is 5 Chinese spice. Using a little bit of salt. I need black pepper and white pepper. Obviously you need black pepper. Okay. Put in some white pepper. And yeah, so if you've never been to Taiwan, I really recommend it. It's so pretty, especially if you've ever watched the Spirited Away, the Studio Ghibli film. Probably want to use a spoon, chopsticks, spoon. Yeah, spoon is probably better. Yeah, so there's a scene where they're at a temple and they're just eating dumplings, right? The scene with a lot of like pretty lights. There's a lot of pretty lanterns. That scene was actually like inspired by this place in Taiwan. It's like I think it's a temple. I want to say it's a temple. It's called Jufen, which in Chinese just means ninth place, basically, or ninth part. I'm assuming it's like one of like I think one of a bunch of temples for monks, and like, but like it looks so pretty. Like just Google it. I'm not gonna edit this film, so you have to Google it yourself. But it's really pretty, really nice, and the snails are massive. I'm telling you, those snails, they were like, what's a good size? I'd say, like the snail shell was this big, and this is like a regular mason jar, I guess. It was massive, and like it's big enough where it's not creepy or ugly, and it just looks really cute, and I loved it. And like they had all these meat dumplings, and just it was so like scenic and like picturesque. Great picture for like your dating profile or whatever. Show that you're well versed in like traveling. Yeah, right. But I'm not going to talk. I'm not having any success. Anyways, let's see how my green onions are doing. I just want to cook this off. The smell of cooked scallion or cooked green onion smells so nice. Like it. The other thing that I really liked from Taiwan was this thing called Ban, which is a scallion pancake. It's basically a puff pastry. Not really puff pastry, but like a really like flaky pastry. And in between the layers, instead of using butter or lard, it's scallion oil. And like that, and then they put like egg or ham in it. It was so good. Oh, dang. I miss Taiwan so much. Let's see, other things that are really popular in Taiwan. They have beef noodle. I'm bad at pronouncing Mandarin, but they have beef noodle. And then they have obviously soup dumpling, right? Fan, which is the braised pork dumpling or braised pork rice. Those are all really big and really popular. But yeah, but definitely black pepper buns are really popular. Maybe should I make like a should I do like a what's it called, a smash burger version of this? It's like, yeah, get that extra caramelization. Do you see that? Okay, yeah, you do see that. Okay, perfect. Is that enough? I don't know if that's enough green onion though, so maybe I'll cut more green onion. While also getting my bread ready for when it's needed. I'm gonna be cutting a little bit more green onion. So yeah, what's your favorite? What are you guys' favorites? No, that was bad grammar. But what like travel places have you gone to, or what travel places do you recommend? A lot of people always say like, oh, like the basic, like not really basic, but like the ones that everyone goes to are always like Paris, Italy. Those are really nice. Definitely the food. When I went, okay, so don't never go on a Chinese tour. I hate Chinese tours. They're cheaper. Like sometimes, there's actually like these tours, right? They're called like the $1 tours, or called like yeah, just like $1 tour, like basically like $10 tours, right? And what they do is, yeah, they'll feed you and everything for $1, but then they'll only bring you to basically like shill off their like the people they're working with. So for example, we went on this buy one get one free like really cheap tour, and we went to Shanghai, and basically all we just went to tea shops, we went to mattress shops, and then we went to like free temples and stuff. And that was the only sightseeing we saw. And basically they're just like they're investing in like paying for your trip, but all you get is you get to go buy, like they just bring you to shops so that you buy and make up all your money, because they get commission for everything you buy. As you probably noticed, I really like green onion, so I'm putting extra green onion. But yeah, talking back about the oh, it smells so good. Yeah, going back to the granny, it's just like my favorite shop in I'm gonna wash dishes while it's still cooking. My favorite shop in Taiwan, or the food stall, was this scallion pancake place, where they just like, it was just like grandma like just cooking like a bajillion scallion pancakes at once, and each one was so good. And it's crazy because I went with my friends, so one of my friends, she doesn't like basically anything green, so no scallions, no cilantro, nothing green. And then she actually liked the scallion pancakes. That's how good it was. It like converted her to like green onions. Definitely just so good. Oh my goodness, I'm like drooling just thinking about it. But yeah, so another really cool food thing that they had in Taiwan was this. There's this like meat and rice dumpling at Shifen, which is I guess directly translated 10th location or like 10th part. And what they did was they got a chicken wing, and then they removed all the meat and the bones, right? And then with the meat, they made fried rice or like fried sticky rice. And then they put that fried rice back into the chicken wing and then deep fried that. And that was freaking amazing. Like, who thinks of that stuff? Like, honestly, I just travel for food. Lol. What? Like, honestly though, like museums and stuff, like, I don't know if it's just me, but like, I don't care. Like, especially when you can't even feel it, you can't touch it. It's just behind like a glass case or glass window. Like, what's the point? What is the point? Tell me, someone tell me what the point is. Like, I go for night markets and all that stuff. And if you really want to experience night markets, like, Taiwan there's so many. And like, I know like a lot of people are like, oh, I want to go to Japan for night markets. Actually, I heard that they actually like, night markets aren't allowed anymore because of like health concerns. And they'll only ever have night markets during certain like celebrations or like holidays. So that's a big bummer. Yeah, so like definitely like if you do have the opportunity, I know it's sometimes it's definitely difficult with like, especially with like the economy sometimes. But if you do have the opportunity, I really recommend just traveling and seeing sights and like tasting foods that you may not be able to taste in the future. For example, Singapore, I heard that like they're really known for the hawker centers, which are like basically cafeteria, not really cafeteria, but like food halls, where they have like all these. They're really known for like their Hainan chicken, their noodle dishes, like I think it's laksa, just a bunch of like different foods, and all the previous generation, like they're retiring, right? So then the new generation, they don't want to work at their traditional stalls. They want to be like doctors or lawyers, which then like, so you don't like, that food is kind of lost. So you don't get to really taste it anymore, which I always thought like that really sucks. Flip. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I don't know if what I'm doing makes sense, but it makes sense to me. Let's see. I hope it's done cooking though. Maybe put it a little bit higher and then move this to the side so it's only cooking the meat. So yeah, so this is really all I'm doing. That's really basically most of the work. Now I'm just putting stuff away. So as I said before, I really want to like emphasize how quick and how cheap food can be, right? Like, people always say, "Oh, McDonald's is really cheap," so that's why I like, that's why I eat junk food, because it's cheaper, it's faster. Like, in my opinion, it really isn't that cheap or fast, right? Like, you have to go order it, and then you have to drive down to the McDonald's. You have to go. Sometimes you have to wait in, what is it called? The drive-through, and that's just so. It's just so time consuming, and then. Ooh, it's getting toasty. And then after that, right, the food they give you isn't even that high quality. It's not even that cheap, right? If you think about it, like I looked at, so for example, today I went to the store, and I saw a bologna was like $2 or $3 a pack. Like, it's not even like, it's maybe like half a pound. Chicken already is like, where I live, $3 a pound. So if you just bought chicken, that would be cheaper than buying the bologna. And also bologna, when you look at the ingredients are just like most of it's water and fat. So it's like, it's not even all meat. So you're actually getting a worse deal when you're when you're buying like the quote unquote cheaper foods than when you're buying just like the authentic, like the actual ingredients. Same thing with like Chipotle, right? Some people, like Chipotle used to be a cheap location to go to for lunch. Now, like, finally people are like realizing, oh, actually Chipotle is not that cheap. Like, given like the proportions they give you, like, it's honestly not that cheap. But maybe I'm just being a cheapo. So, last time, what I realized was, instead of toasting it, I'm only going to toast it on one side, so it imitates how, like buns, right? They're on the outside, it's toasted because it's baked, right? And then the inside, it's still soft. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Let's see. I'm making a smash burger. And two, I should have used the more sturdy spatula, but here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna put some on the bottom. I'm just gonna, actually, I should probably put all of the green onion on the bottom so it doesn't like spill all over the place. That's fine. And then just squish this to oblivion. And yeah, so like, again, sorry, tangent, so many tangents, but like, people say it's cheaper, so I just debunk that, right? People say it's faster, I also debunk that. And like, so honestly, like, I just feel like if you just cook everything at home, it'll be cheaper, it'll be healthier, it'll be faster. Like, that's kind of why I'm doing these series, or this type of series thing, just to show people like, it's like eating healthy shouldn't be expensive, it shouldn't be slow, it shouldn't be time consuming. Like, just choose your ingredients correctly, right? Like, this is literally just like some meat I found in the refrigerator. Like, at most it's like probably $2 a pound. You can just use ground beef, which I know like that's really cheap. Okay, so I think this is done. Now I'm just gonna put this on top. Now it doesn't look pretty though. Man, what do I do? Maybe I should put some of these strays on top. Make it a little bit more pretty. It looks so bad. That's fine. Turn off the fire. Yeah, and also remember my peanut oil, right? This is just the top of peanut butter. I just like, instead of mixing it and making your peanut butter more high calorie, if you just scrape it off, put some sesame seeds. So acidic. Anyways, if you just like spill out the peanut oil, then you just have lower calorie peanut butter, right? That's a win-win. Hot. That's my Taiwanese. Just hot. Move aside, over. Let me move that to a plate and not burn myself. Okay, and I'm done. This is what I'm calling. It looks so bad, but I'm sure it tastes fine. It's because of all the green onions on the bottom. But this is what I'm calling Taiwanese black pepper bun copycat. Yay! Let's eat it. See, that wasn't that long, right? That was what, 17 minutes? And like, it should be faster too. I'm like messing around with a bunch of stuff. But here's my Taiwanese black pepper bun type thing. That was much faster than actually having to knead the dough, having to let it proof. It smells just so much like green onion. I love green onion so much. I think it's turkey. It's definitely not beef. It's definitely not pork. It's delicious, but I have no idea what meat it is. So I'm just gonna say it's turkey, because I don't think chicken patties would taste like this. But look at that. Taiwanese green onion black pepper bun.真好吃. Which means really delicious. Yeah, so definitely give it a try. It's like 15 minutes? It doesn't take that long. And that's with me like doing all this stuff, right? There's definitely ways to make it faster. And I'm pretty proud of this. Maybe it might be even better if I, instead of cooking the green onion aside, mixing the green onion with the bread itself, so that like instead of it just being like a block of meat, all the green onions like interlaced or like interspersed between the meat. That'd be really good. Also putting more, maybe marinating the meat with some soy sauce, some sesame oil, right? That would also make it really a lot more fragrant. But yeah, this is just me like shooting like, I don't know what's the saying. Just like coming up with random stuff in my head. Tastes delicious. I'm gonna finish this. Have a good one. Hope you enjoy. Bye bye.